What does it take to get a team chest to level 50 or higher? 1 week.
Bruh.
Okay, but it takes a bunch of dedicated teammates who are willing to put a lot of time into grinding, and maybe a few who are willing to change their name. The team I'm on is called Dutch Fanatics, and I think they have a pretty impressive resume. It's got 50 members in Division 1, borderline entering CC some seasons. Now the reason that I joined this team is because of their team chest level. In the 1.69.0 update, a huge part of the game changed. You used to get hundreds of thousands of coins at the end of each season, and this was decided by the division that your team was in. So a higher division meant more coins. However, this update made it so that most of the coins would be collected throughout the season in team chests rather than at the end of a season. Dutch Fanatics consistently gets over level 40 chests, and with 2 hours left in a recent week, it was at level 46. This is notable because it's the second highest level ever, with 49 being the best. So a level 46 chest translates to 592,000 coins. It's worth mentioning though that this is with a level 20 team spirit, which doubles what the coins otherwise would have been. This high of a chest level requires a lot of driving, and there are always a lot of members with an insane amount of KMs. The minimum to remain on the team is 150 per week, which I've always gotten, but even with 230 KMs, which is safely over the minimum, I'm close to being in last place. So by looking at the team description, we know that the chest record is level 49. Well, on the morning of February 8th, 2026, the leader of Dutch Fanatics, Danny, asked the team if they'd be willing to go for a record and try to surpass level 49. The message got a bunch of thumbs up, and soon after we got the official word that we would push for a chest level 50 or higher. So this is the story of the first Dutch Fanatics level 50 team chest. This journey begins at 4:32 p.m. with over 2 hours left before the grind would start. My plan was to be online right as the chest reset so I could get out to a strong start. I knew that as the days went on, I wouldn't be able to compete with most of my teammates, but I just wanted to show them that I was also ready to make a sizable contribution. Also, a lot of my teammates were not on because they're in a European time zone, so this gave me a bit of an advantage for this first bit of time. As the time was getting close, one of my teammates estimated that we might set a team record for the number of players with max KMs. Here we go. The big reset's about to happen. There are 10 seconds left, and I'm online with 5 other people right now. Team chest should reset any second now. All right, here we go. Let's open this up real quick. Got some random stuff, a bunch of coins. And now, if we go back, everyone has 0 KMs. Okay, somehow this guy already has 4. So the timer had officially started. There are usually other players online for the chest reset, so I wouldn't be alone in my early push. And like we saw, Mr. Magoo already had a 4 KM lead on me. I didn't want to waste any more time, so I headed over to Desert Valley. My plan was to use muscle car with the brain rot setup and then just drive the same 2,000 meters over and over. A few minutes into doing this, I had to confirm that I wasn't a robot, and afterwards, I wanted to check my progress. So I went back to the team tab to see that I'd taken the lead, but that wouldn't last much longer. Also, the player count was slowly rising, which kind of surprised me. I went back into Desert Valley to do the same thing, and when I checked back in on my progress, there were now 10 people online. I'm still ranked number 1, but this is the last time for the entire week that I'm still this high up. In the next 3 hours, I played on and off, but I still doubled my distance traveled. Despite that, I'd fallen all the way down to 9th place. And another 3 hours after that, I got to 89 KMs, which is where I would log off for the night. We were already at a level 11 team chest, and the top 2 contributors were actually tied for first with 312 KMs. This seems insane to me, given that this is just the first few hours, but I guess everyone was really on board to break this record. So all of what I just said happened on day 1. I was trying to think ahead about how many KMs I could get, and I don't know if I've ever gotten more than 500, so maybe I should just make that my goal. For some reason, I had 1,000 in my mind, and if I wanted to do that, I'd have to break it up evenly. That would mean doing about 143 per day. So I'm already way behind, but there is plenty of time left. Let's see what happens. Day 2. The next morning, I woke up to a level 17 team chest. It seemed like Mr. Magoo took it personally being ranked 2nd the day before, so he pulled over 300 kilometers ahead, and I had been pushed down 5 more spaces from 10th. Unfortunately, I was quite busy and didn't document my progress so well, but I think I just played Desert Valley between classes. And moving on to day 3, we have a level 22 chest, and I was slowly falling more and more in the rankings. Mr. Magoo was so far ahead of everyone else. However, in the next few days, people were going to completely catch up, and as you can see later on in that same day, the gap is closing by quite a bit. Birdie and E-Man are really getting up there. Later on that same day, Danny sent us an update based on the old level 49 record. To reach level 50, we would need over 38,000 kilometers, and according to Danny, we were slightly ahead of our past record's pace, but we have to keep pushing. Day 4. The last image of my distance traveled was 119 kms, and in the next clip, I've made a bit more of a dent. I feel like I'm way behind schedule. I've fallen all the way down to 21st with almost 180 kilometers. We're at chest level 30. I think as a team we're doing well, but I'm slacking. I gotta lock in. Also, I'm gonna switch it up from Desert Valley. I'm gonna do some cups now. So I put on some music and got through a bunch of cups. I decided to call it just before reaching 200 kms. Day 5. I think I then missed an entire day, and the chest jumped 13 levels. It's really looking like this could happen. I've done a terrible job staying up to date on how people are doing for this team chest, but we're currently at level 43, and there are still 2 days and 21 hours left. Also, I don't know if this was today or the other day, but we have 2 people with max KMs now, and then in third place, Mr. Magoo is not far behind. I'm sure he's going to get to 2,500 very soon, and plenty of people well over 1,000. And I'm still pretty far down, but I have more progress I gotta make. A couple hours later, I pushed above 300 kms, and can you guess what I did? I bet you can. Yeah, Desert Valley. Also in that time, we got to level 44 on our chest, and Glitch pushed up to 4th place. He was in 6th, and he went up like 300 kms. Alright, we're at chest level 48, and it's really no joke between levels now. Like, you have to get a lot of distance between each one. 1 day, 21 hours left. In addition to the 3 people at max KMs, we also have we have 4 people over 2,000 meters, and then we have quite a few people also over 1,000 meters. I, unfortunately, am still quite low, but there's time, so I'm gonna get over 500. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna do it. So I pushed up past 360 kms and headed off for the night. The next morning, I woke up to something insane. We had reached a chest level of 49, and this meant that we tied our old record, and we were only 50 kilometers from reaching our insane goal of level 50. And then on top of all of that, there were still 30 hours to go. Looking at the member activity, 5 people had maxed out now at 2,500, and the former Glitch surely would get there too. It was at this point that I realized something weird was going on with the usernames. It was either that or I was having a Mandela effect moment. So my name magically changed as well, and I went back to wandering through the desert. I just finished playing in Desert Valley. I did a little bit, but there are 13 people online right now, and we're 4 kms away. I want to see if I can wait on this screen and watch it literally update in real time to get to chest 50. Oh, it just went up. We're 1 away. I'm watching it so intently. I'm ready to celebrate. There it is, level 50 team chest. This is so insane. We're 1 over now. Okay, it's quite far until the next chest level, but there's a lot of time left. I knew I had a lot more grinding to do, and Donnie said we should push for level 52 or 53 and just generally get as far as possible because we were literally never doing this again. So after more time in the desert and a 6th person with max KMs, we reached yet another level. I was also closing in on 500 kilometers. We are in the final few hours of our team chest push. We're currently at level 52, 5 hours left, and it looks like we can get to level 53. However, Danny, or Donnie now, is saying we can try to get a level 54 team chest. I don't know if that's going to happen. Also, this is an interesting point. In most teams, 1,000 km means you're number 1, but here you're not even in the top 10. So here's an update on everything. We now have 7 people with 2,500 at max, and surely Danny is going to get max as well. And then we have all of these people, and you have to get to 14th for someone under 1,000 kms. I'm at 466. I will definitely be making it to 500. I don't know how much further from there I'll get though. I made one final historic muscle car run and reached a grand total of 504 kilometers. Guys, there's 1 minute left until I'm gonna open this level 53 team chest. And 1 week ago, I started this video with a countdown to a chest, and I'm gonna end the video the same way. This is the highest level team chest in Dutch Fanatics history, and it's certainly the highest level team chest that I've ever opened. For some reason, the number keeps going down, but there are 6 people online to also experience this. And yeah, this is insane. So it's done, but it's gonna take a second to reset and then we can open it. Oh my God, there it is. 7 people online now. This is crazy. I want to just look at it for a second before I open it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I can just look at it for a second sitting here. I think I'm gonna get 600,000 coins, which is absolutely insane with all of the doubling. 120 gems and a bunch of parts. And it's officially done. Oh my gosh. Now looking at everyone's stats, the average distance driven was 869.66 kilometers. 8 people maxed out the distance that they could drive, and another 8 people were over 1,000 kms but not maxed. Unfortunately, I dragged our average down a little. Thanks so much for watching this week-long project, and let me know if you want to see more stuff like this. And if you do, you might like my best ever adventure run. Bye.